My manager leaned back in his chair during my performance review, like this was just a casual chat. He said, "You do good work, but the team feels like you're not a team player. No examples, no incidents, just a label." So I asked him, "Can you give me a specific example?" He paused for a moment, then replied, "It's more about attitude." Attitude. That was interesting, because my deadlines were always met. My projects were clean and on schedule. My clients were happy. But apparently, I wasn't team enough. It didn't take me long to figure out what team player actually meant in our office. It meant covering shifts without any notice. It meant staying late when other people fell behind on their work. It meant quietly fixing mistakes that weren't mine. It meant responding to messages after hours and on weekends. And it meant taking on extra tasks without ever getting credit. In other words, being a team player meant absorbing all the chaos without a single complaint. I could have argued I could have escalated it to HR. But I didn't. I just adjusted. I decided if they didn't see me as a team player, then I would become a policy player. I would do my job, and only my job, exactly as it was written in my job description. No more extra coverage for last-minute callouts. No more stepping into other people's roles to put out their fires. No more voluntary overtime. If someone came to my desk and asked, "Hey, can you just handle this for me?" I'd respond calmly, "Is this part of my assigned responsibilities?" I kept my tone neutral and professional. It only took a few days for things to start slipping. Small things at first. Someone missed a deadline because I didn't send them a friendly reminder like I used to. A task stalled because I didn't step in to help when I saw it was going off the rails. My manager pulled me aside again. "The team feels like you're disengaged," he said, looking concerned. I simply replied, "I'm focusing on my deliverables." And it was the truth. That's when I started documenting everything. If a request came through verbally, I'd follow up with an email to confirm. If priorities suddenly shifted, I'd ask for that confirmation in writing. If work was reassigned to me at the last minute, I requested updated timelines and expectations. Nothing aggressive, just structured. You see, the office had been running on invisible labor for years. All those little reminders, the quick fixes, the unofficial backups, I provided that, was the glue holding everything together. When I stopped providing that free labor, the whole system started to show its cracks. Suddenly, team player wasn't the phrase being thrown around anymore. Now, the new buzzword was initiative. My manager said, "We need more initiative from you." So I asked, "Can we define initiative in measurable terms?" That question was met with complete silence. A big team meeting was called. The topic on the agenda was collaboration. My manager gave a long speech about shared responsibility and working together. Then, he opened the floor for thoughts. I raised my hand. "Calmly," I said, "I think it would be great to get more clarity on our role boundaries. That way, we can collaborate more efficiently without stepping on each other's toes." I wasn't emotional. I wasn't defensive. I was just structured. Before I knew it, HR got involved. Not because I complained, but because leadership started noticing major performance inconsistencies across the department. When they reviewed the workloads, something became painfully obvious. I wasn't underperforming. I had been massively overperforming before. And when I simply normalized my output to match my job description, the imbalance in the team became impossible to ignore. My performance metrics, they were stable, consistent, and always on time. But the metrics for others, they were dependent, reactive, and constantly behind schedule. The truth was, it wasn't that I wasn't a team player. It was that I had been quietly carrying far more than my share of the weight. My manager eventually came to me and said, "You've seemed different lately." I responded, "I'm aligning my work strictly with my role expectations." That was it. No accusation, no angry tone. Just a simple statement of fact. Alignment. Over the next month, things started to change. Workloads were finally redistributed more fairly. Expectations were clarified for everyone. The after-hours messages stopped. And the phrase, team player, it completely disappeared from conversations about my performance. Instead, The feedback I started getting was reliable, structured, clear communicator. I was the same employee. It was just a different narrative. Sometimes, hearing that you're not a team player doesn't mean you're the one failing. It means you've finally stopped compensating for a dysfunctional system. They wanted flexibility from me without providing any structure. So, I gave them structure without any flexibility. And in the end, the system had no choice but to adjust. My boss said I wasn't a team player. So I followed the rules. Exactly. And when all my extra effort disappeared, so did the illusion that everything was working just fine. Thanks for watching. If this story resonates with you, subscribe to Desk Job Justice for more videos like this.